All right, and welcome to day 11 of the NJPW G1 Climax Tournament 2016. Sorry for the delay. Had some chores to take care of yesterday, so I'm trying to get caught up today. And we're starting off with Bad Luck Fale taking on Tenzan. My notepad out so I can keep track of stuff, where everything's going. Let's take bets on whether or not he screws with the announcer this time. And, of course, he's going to screw with the announcer. Again, absolutely no real reason for it, just to do it. And we got Tenzan. Started off strong, 2 wins in a row. So far, dropped 3 in a row. But going into day 11, that's 4 more matches apiece here. 4 more rounds to go. 8 more points to get. Nobody has been eliminated so far in the tournament. Now let's see if anyone could be eliminated in this round. I don't think so. Because, well, actually, yes, so far, right here, we could see some eliminations. For example, Tenzan, if he does not win this match, the most wins he could possibly get is 4. Going forward, no, there would be 3 more after this, so he could potentially get 5. So no, I don't think there's anybody that can be eliminated at this point in the tournament. Well, no, if I'm wrong. If Tenzan were to lose this match, he could get 5, but if Makabe wins his match, he would be up to 5 already, and he's already beat Tenzan. So if Tenzan loses here and Makabe wins his match, then Tenzan would be eliminated. So there are some potential eliminations in this round of the tournament. Fale has not gone up against Okada or Makabe, who are the only 2 other than Marufuji. Okada and Makabe have 4 wins apiece, 4-1 so far. Marufuji is at 3-2, and everyone else in this block is at 2-3 at this point. Mongolian chop, Mongolian chop. Mongolian clothesline. Over the top. Really, the ones who are in trouble in this round are the ones who have already lost to Okada and Makabe. Basically, Sonata, Tanahashi, Tenzan, Tamatanga. Marufuji beat Makabe in their last match, I believe it was. this stuff. Trying to keep track of everything. Makabe, that match. So, yeah, it's Sonata, Tanahashi, Tenzan, and Tamatanga are all in a bit of trouble. Tamatanga's faced off against both of them, so he's doubly in trouble. And Tenzan has lost to both of them as well, so he could be eliminated with if he loses here and Okada or Makabe win, Tenzan is out, and the same would apply to Tamatanga. He's lost to both of them. In fact, so has Sonata. So Tamatanga, Sonata, Tenzan, all in danger of being eliminated here. Tanahashi, who also, if he were to lose his match and Makabe wins his, then Tanahashi would be eliminated. Ishii has not gone up against either of them, so he's safe for this tournament. Goto has lost to Okada. So again, if Goto loses his match, Okada wins his, then Goto would be eliminated. So, we very well may see some eliminations in this round. So let me get off of that and get to the match. Tenzan looking to suplex, possibly brainbuster Fale, but Fale a bit too big, managing to keep his center of gravity far enough down to keep Tenzan from getting him up. Doesn't dodge the spin kick, though, the falling spin kick. 1, 2, only 2 count. Weak kick out, though. Huge clubbing blows there. That kind of side Samoan backdrop sort of thing there. What are the matches for the tournament? Got 2 count there. Got Goto and Tamatanga, Marufuji and Sonata, Tenzan and Fale, Makabe and Okada. That's going to be an interesting matchup right there. So one of them has to go up to 5 wins in this round. That some people are going to get eliminated. Inevitable. Tanahashi and Ishii. So yes, with Goto and Tamatanga, one of them will be eliminated in this round. Whoever loses that match, well, not necessarily. If Tamatanga loses, he will definitely be eliminated because Makabe and Okada, one of them is going up to 5 wins. Goto can potentially lose that match as long as Makabe is the one that wins against Okada, in which case he would still be able to potentially match Makabe. One, two, only 2 count. Sonata, he needs to win that match against Marufuji to keep in the thing because he's lost to both of them. Marufuji, the only one other than Ishii, who at this point really is in no danger because he can still go up to 6 wins, even losing this match tournament or in this round. Ishii still get up to 5 and has not lost to either Okada or Makabe yet. So he could still potentially tie with either of them. Tenzan misses the moonsault there. So this is definitely going to be an interesting round. This is where things are going to be getting a bit more tense, and eliminations could happen. Only a 2 count. Tenzan desperate to stay alive in this. Fale, again, also has not gone up against Makabe or Okada. So, similarly to Ishii, he could potentially lose this and still be alive. So, he's not really in danger of being eliminated yet. Big tackle right there. 1, 2, only 2 count. For the spike. Big spike. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Tenzan's eliminated. Yeah, mathematically he has been eliminated. He cannot win at this point because Okada, he's lost to both Okada and Makabe, and one of them is going to go 5 wins in this round. That's it. Makabe's over for the tournament. Or Tenzan, rather. Tenzan is done for the tournament. Fale moves up to 3 wins, keeps him alive. 3 more rounds to go. He can still potentially move up to 6 wins here, so no one's eliminated, or he hasn't lost things yet. He still has Okada and Makabe to go, so he could beat either one of them and tie, and possibly, if he were to tie with one of them but beat them, he would win the round, win the block, I should say, at the end. Of course, Tenzan still can play spoiler through the rest of the tournament, try and stop other people from winning, out of spite, if nothing else. I'd take a moment here, talk about, do a little commercial for my own stuff. At least it's my stuff instead of just some affiliate thing I'm just tossing at you to try and make money off of you. It's actually things that I've done, made, and care about. So go ahead and talk about my games briefly. Check out my games on Game Jolt. My developer name there is Acid Heads, ACIDHEDZ. And I have totally original things that the stuff that I would prefer you to check out. There's Crevenhurst Asylum, a horror game, a horror escape game, psychological horror primarily that's the format of the game. The gameplay is escape. You have to find all the keys and get out of the asylum. That's the gameplay. The format of it is psychological horror. Some definitely trigger warnings associated with that one, though. There's a rape scene that can take place. There's a lot of stuff about suicide and other things like that, and it's not really a game for those who don't want to deal with that sort of shit, which is perfectly understandable. And my latest game, The Adventure of Fuckface, which is a comedy RPG, kind of a satirical parody RPG with a whole bunch of other stuff in it. Very funny. Has a lot of different kinds of humor seeded all the way through it, so definitely a lot that everyone should find something that they can enjoy in it, humor-wise. I was having it for $4.99, but decided to knock the price down to $1.99 since it's my first game that I'm charging money for. I didn't really want to, but oh well. So you can get it now on Game Jolt, as I said, for $1.99. That's The Adventure of Fuckface McPussy. And again, the name is just another joke. I don't do offensive for the sake of being offensive. I always do things for several reasons. At least two. What seems like the obvious reason and the actual reason. Sometimes I layer things in. Like, the story of the game actually works on a lot of different levels. You can interpret it several different ways, and they are all actually valid because I created it like that on purpose. So if you like games with a lot of nuances and layers and stuff, and also comedy, then check out the game. If you like RPGs and enjoy parody and satire, you'll get a kick out of that part of it. It's a really good game. I'm not just saying that because I made it. I think it is actually a very good game. It might be a little difficult to get into it first, but if you really give it a chance, and it's great for those who like to go and explore things, because there's tons and tons of stuff in the environment. So I think it really is honestly a very good game. So go check it out. It's Acid Head. You can find me on Game Jolt. Developer Acid Heads, ACID, HEDZ. The games, again, Cravenhurst Asylum and The Adventure of Fuckface. With the UCK and the USSY of Fuckface McPussy and asterisks, of course. Just to protect people's sensibilities. Being nice about it. So the match is finally underway. We've got Tomatonga and Goto. Again, Tomatonga in some serious danger here. If he loses, he will be eliminated from the tournament. Being a bit mocking there, then returning with the gut shot. Hammer blow to the back of the head. Goto also in danger of being eliminated here, as I said earlier. If Okada wins. If Makabe wins the match, then Goto can stay alive, win or lose. But really, both of these men need to win this match. Neither one of them can afford this loss. I mean, at this point in the tournament, no one can afford losses anymore. But in the case of both of these guys, since Makabe and Okada have gotten pretty significant leads, and they will be going up, even further with a lead. One of them's going to 5 wins this round. Goto just driving that elbow down right across the crown of his head, Tomatonga's head. That's gonna smart. So driving the kick in. I've really enjoyed Tomatonga in the tournament so far. His first match and second match weren't very good, I have to say. They very lackluster. Not a lot to say for them, but he's really come a long way, I think, in the last 3 matches he's had. I think it may have just been style dissonance that really hurt him in the first two. Because, he started off his first match was up against Makabe, and then he had to go up against Tenzan as well. Both strong style competitors. I think a lot of the problem was just, as I said, style dissonance. But his last three matches, which he's managed to win 2 of them, have been pretty good. Although his match with Ishii also a strong style competitor, managed to pull out a pretty good match there, so could just be that he needed to get into the swing of things. Goto starting off strong like Tenzan, won his first 2 matches, but has lost 3 in a row so far. Beat Tomatonga. No, then his match with Tomatonga now. I was thinking of Makabe there for a second. Goto, he beat Bad Luck Fale and Ishii. But kind of started a downward spiral when he went up against. Was the first one he went up against where he lost. It was the third match. No, it was going up against Okada. Yep, lost Okada, then dropped one to Sonata. Then another to go to Tanahashi. Again, Goto seems to have a problem that when he can be real confident and do really well, and he gives everything his all, but when he loses, it seems to take some serious steam out of his sails, which is mixing metaphors. There takes wind out of his sails. Takes some steam out of him. Goto firing back with some chest slaps there, but Tomatonga retaliates with a big headbutt. Body shot. Whip him into the other corner, looking for that big splash, and hits it. Gets some serious air off of that, very reminiscent of Sting. I think Tomatonga gets even more air off of it. Goes in, but takes a big kick there. Gives Goto a chance to recover. Opportunity for some retaliation. Gonna lay in some forearms. Tomatonga in. The big spin kick. Followed by a backdrop there. Needs to stay on top of him. Can't let him recover. Big clothesline over the top. He does not want to follow him out there. That would be a mistake. But it looks like he's going to do it. He's going to go over the top. Manages to connect. Needs to get him back in the ring and try and finish him off. Not want to hang around on the outside. He does not want to give Tomatonga a chance to whip him into the guardrail or do something that could stop his momentum and hurt him. He's taking it back to the inside. Needed to do. Wasting a bit of time. And to come off the top. A little slow. Hits the quick elbow there. Only a 2 count. After him, looking for that Death Valley driver on the knee. Tomatonga knows it's coming, gets out of it. Takes a boot. Forearm. Tamatanga, he needs to use his quickness. He needs to... That's a pretty good counter right there, that off-the-shoulder flapjack. To use this speed, agility, ability to evade, and screw his opponent up with that maneuverability. Has to avoid letting Goto get into that chain offense. Got a hold of him there. Looking for that wheelbarrow slam and hits it. Screws around kind of along there. Only a 2 count. Might have actually gotten a 3 if he had pinned Goto right away, but he messed around a bit. A little bit of frustration showing now. Quite a bit of frustration. Goto catches him, bends, DVD on the knee. Tamatanga has got to try and stay focused. He can't let Goto keep getting away with that stuff. He's not as big and tough as a lot of the other guys in the heavyweight division. Strong points are his speed and maneuverability, that agility, evasiveness. Not going to be able to go toe-to-toe and eat offense the way Ishii or Goto can. How he's won his matches is by countering and maneuvering around and staying out of the grasp of the bigger guys and avoiding the heavier offense. Wailing away on each other here with forearms. And again, this is not going to play to Tamatanga. Not going to go in his favor in the long run. In his speed to fire off some rapid shots there. But Goto, again, just drives in one forearm and drops Tonga. Face plant on the knee. And look to spin him around and go for that finisher. Tamatanga reverses into the spin out neckbreaker 2. Only a 2 count. Goto has kind of gotten a finisher fixation with that new move of his. He has completely stopped using that older finisher, the Shoten Kai, I think he called it. Really needs to start doing going forward, I think, is mix it up. He needs to alternate, maybe even bring in a third finisher. Bring in some new stuff. Keep working on that that kind of theme of hitting stuff onto his knee. But vary things up so he's not as predictable. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Tamatanga catches him with that. It's a double underhook DDT, but with the legs hooked on the body to put his entire weight behind it. He was using that as a finisher, but he's since adopted the cutter as his main finisher. Goto got caught there because he was messing around. Tamatanga trying to get Goto to get up, probably wants to hit that cutter. Again, guy's kind of suffering from move fixation there. Throwing off. Running the ropes here. Again, Tamatanga trying desperately to hit the move. Goto hits his DDT on the knee, 2, 3. Goto picks up his win. Tamatanga is eliminated. Again, Tonga lost to both Makabe and Okada. He cannot win the tournament at this point. Even if he wins all of his his upcoming matches, he can only potentially get 5 wins total, which would only put him tied with Makabe or Okada. So, 6th round of the tournament for A Block, we have seen 2 eliminations already. First 2 matches, even. Goto stays alive, going up to 3 wins. Tama giving a good accounting of himself. Nothing to be ashamed of. Disappointed, of course. He can always try and pick up those other wins going forward in the tournament. Just make him look better. He can't win at this point, but that doesn't mean he has to go out like a bitch. Be kind of interesting to see how things go on through the rest of the round and the rest of the tournament. At this point, it's shaping up like the finale is going to come down to Okada and Makabe. The final match for Okada is Tanahashi. And Makabe's final match will be Ishii, which will be interesting considering the wars those two have had. Question will be going forward, what is the role, or what are the roles, I should say, that Ishii and Tanahashi are going to be playing in those matches? Going to be trying to win the tournament, or are they simply going to be trying to play spoiler for the other guys? At this point, Tanahashi and Ishii both sitting at 2 losses. Tanahashi has lost to Makabe. So, if Tanahashi, as I said at the beginning, if Tanahashi were to lose his match and Makabe win his, Tanahashi will be eliminated. And Sanada, right here, has also lost to both Makabe and Okada. Sanada has got to win this match to stay alive in the tournament. His opponent, remind myself here, is Marufuji. So Marufuji sitting at 3 wins, not in any danger of being eliminated at this point. The real pressure is on Sanada. He has got to win. Marufuji doesn't want to lose, but he can lose. Still stay alive. In fact, Marufuji has beat both Okada and Makabe. So, out of everyone else in the tournament, he is sitting in the best position to have the most losses in the end, because he can still, if it comes down to Okada, Makabe, or Marufuji on points, he can simply tie with either one of them and still win. A lot less pressure on Marufuji at this point. All right. Got Marufuji taking on Sonata. Got a situation here. Marufuji prefers to use a lot of those kicks. A little bit of strong style with the kicks. Especially those chops. Nasty ass chops. Sonata probably should keep his shirt on for this match. Not take the damn thing off halfway through like he usually does. He does not want to get chopped by this guy. From what we've been seeing so far, Marufuji fairly well-rounded, but doesn't seem to play the ground game very much. Sonata, perhaps a little bit more grounded overall in his style, a little bit more adaptable. That could definitely be an advantage for him. Like he may have a bit of a size and strength advantage over Marufuji. But he's also not slow. He does occasionally pull off some high-flying stuff. Definitely has some maneuverability. He's shown that. But Marufuji has proven to be quite resilient. And he has beaten both of the guys that Sonata has lost to in Makabe and Okada. The other win was against Tenzan, who, let's see, not gone up against Tenzan yet. No, he has not. Of course, Sonata beat Goto. And let's see here. Goto and Tanahashi. Marufuji has not gone up against Goto nor Tanahashi yet. Not using the bat, choking there. Out of all the Los Ingobernables guys, we see cheating from him the least, but been doing it a lot more in this tournament. He seems to be getting a bit more desperate as the whole thing goes on. Sitting at 2-3 will do that to you. Fuji back in. Nada going right after him. Pins one. Only a one count. Slam him into the turnbuckle. Kicking kind of low there. Simple but effective. I'd say I think Sonata's best strategy for winning this match would be going after Marufuji's legs, keeping him grounded, playing that ground game. Don't worry about the headlock. Marufuji likes using those kicks. Take those away from him. For a suplex, Marufuji floats over. Goes for a drop kick. Sonata catches the ropes. Makes him fall to the mat without accomplishing it. Cartwheels into the drop kick. Manages to connect. Marufuji looking to go over the top there maybe, or a suicide dive. Goes over. Connects. Sonata politely waiting there for him with his arms out to catch him. Marufuji rolls back in. Matter of fact, he rolled clear the hell across the ring. Nada finally gets his ass up and gets back in. Fuji hitting that big elbow there. Maybe looking for that big knee he likes to use, but got caught. Gets out of it and hits the knee anyway. No momentum behind it, but a stiff knee. Nada taking the chops. Definitely going to be happy to have that shirt on. Laying in some forearms. No, he wants to be the tough guy and he takes the shirt off. I guess it's not really going to be a badge of honor of being in a match with Marufuji if you don't walk out with welts and blood on your chest. That some cases we've seen have lasted over a week. Hell, Fale may still have had bruises, welts on his chest. A little maneuvering there. One really getting the better of it. Leapfrog, drop kick. That from Sonata quite often. Not able to really capitalize, though. Is sizing him up in the corner. Manages to avoid the kicks and strikes there. Very well scouted. Flips over, hits the big drop kick. Now, this is what I've been waiting to see from Sonata. Something that shows that he's not just kind of generic. He's been very generic so far. Now we're starting to see something. Sometimes that's what a wrestler really needs, is the right opponent to let him show off what he can do. Again, dodging the strikes. Tiger suplex, 1, 2. Only a 2 count, but very long on that last count. Maybe a foot off the mat there. Look for that reverse guillotine. Not able to get the hooks in before Marufuji can flip him over. Got a hold of the head and going to be looking for that flip and twist DDT thing that he likes to use. Gets out of the block attempt again. Gets out of it again as well. Kind of fighting for position here. Off the shoulder cutter. There's almost a stunner variation, really. 1, 2. Only 2 count. Going for it again. Time has the hooks in. Really close to the ropes. All Marufuji really needs to do is extend the one leg back, and he can probably break it. He may not realize how close to the ropes he is. The pressure of the hold on the sides of Marufuji's head. He's trying to get out of it, and he does. Not showing any real bad welting. Definitely bruised and beat red. Rib cracker, looking for the moonsault. Fuji hits a big knee, manages to connect that time, drops Sonata to the mat. slow to retaliate, or not retaliate, but capitalize, not a not retaliating. Fuji once again calling for a finish. Be going for a brainbuster. Sonata floats over, looking for the lock again. Takes the kick, the strikes, takes another kick, not able to get out of the way this time. Takes the big knee. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Fuji wants to win this to keep the point up. 1, 2, and 3, and Sonata is eliminated. About to say Marufuji wants to win this so he can try and keep up with the other guys, because he doesn't want to let them get too far ahead of him. So, while I said that he can afford to lose matches still, he doesn't want to. Sonata needed to win this one, but he didn't. So he's gone. And with that, Marufuji moves up to tie at this point with Makabe and Okada. But, as I said earlier, those two in a match with each other, both at 4, someone's going up to 5. Fuji tries to shake his hand. And does the silly fake out. That's right, he's Los Ingobernables. He can't be good. Well, he just comes off as being a bit petulant. Alright, so next match coming up. What it'll be when they show it on the screens. Guess I'll do one of my little commercials for my own stuff again. You can check out some of my music. I do all kinds of electronica, different styles of music, stuff for Halloween, spooky music, all sorts of different things. Check it out on YouTube or sellfy.com/acidheads, where I sell my music, have albums and stuff up. I'm also on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/acidheads. YouTube, you can just find me under Acid Heads Music or something. ACIDHEDZ. Alright, so we've got Ishii. He's going to be going up against the Tanahashi. Again, very important match for Tanahashi here. Again, he has not had his match with Okada yet. So if Okada wins, Tanahashi loses, he hasn't necessarily been eliminated. But Tanahashi has lost to Makabe. So if Tanahashi were to lose this match and Makabe win, he would be eliminated. Ishii has not gone up against Makabe or Okada yet, so he can lose this and still be in the tournament. Either way. But he is currently sitting at only 2 wins, so if he loses this one, the odds of him actually being able to make that much of a being able to come up from behind with that many wins, while at the same time Makabe, Okada both needing to not get more wins than he can potentially get, that's real long odds on that kind of a comeback victory. Of course, Ishii did win his match with Marufuji, so it's kind of the third main threat to anyone else in the tournament so far. Marufuji, not a problem for Ishii, as long as he can potentially tie with him in points. But again, you get at Marufuji with 4 wins and Ishii with only 2. So in a lot of ways, neither of these guys can afford to lose. Not a guaranteed elimination unlike the last matches. Tenzan losing, automatic elimination. Tamatanga losing, automatic elimination. Sonata losing, automatic elimination. All three had already lost to both Makabe and Okada. Just recapping for anyone that needs. Again, Tanahashi can lose. And if Okada wins, then he's still alive. If Makabe wins, he's eliminated. Ishii technically can lose the match and it doesn't eliminate him. But in either case, whoever loses this match is almost certainly done in the tournament. Not technically, but very little chance of that big of a comeback victory. Tanahashi fired up. Ishii looking a little pensive there. I think he really knows just how vital a win here is. Tanahashi certainly does. But he's used to the big match situations. He's not going to let it get to him. Unfortunately, that could win him the match right there. If Ishii is worried about winning and Tanahashi is just going to go out there and give it his all one way or the other, that could definitely be an advantage to Tanahashi. Of course, if Tanahashi is being a bit too nonchalant and Ishii is just being very determined, then it could work in Ishii's favor. Don't really want to read too much into that sort of thing. You don't really know what's going on in their heads. You can only guess. Big shoulder block drops Tanahashi hard. Strong elbow across the back of the neck. Big chop. Tanahashi trying to fight back there with some boots. Laying in some more chops. Whips to the corner. Takes an elbow. Twisting crossbody there. Bit different from Tanahashi. From his usual stuff anyway. He going for the knee and whips Tanahashi. Which you could even go so far as to say that that's Ishii using one of Tanahashi's signatures against him. Not that anyone can really claim the leg whip as a signature or a trademark or anything, but Tanahashi does like to use it. Variations on it. Going to the forearms there. Tanahashi, not much of the strong style. His repertoire. Their strong style is Ishii's repertoire. Goes back to the knee. After basically just absorbing those forearms like it was nothing. Sorry about that. Microphone got jostled. She being kind of disrespectful there, pulling on the ponytail. Trying to piss Tanahashi off, get him worked up, maybe get him to make a mistake. Big headbutt there. Tanahashi takes it, though. Grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him, but that availed him not. Huge chop. Tanahashi's turn to go to the leg. And the leg whip. Of course, the thing there is that Tanahashi does have a submission hold he likes to use after setting him up with the leg whips and going to the leg. He uses that modified cloverleaf, Texas cloverleaf. We don't really see much ground game out of Ishii, so even going to the leg, he doesn't really have much of anything to follow up with. Tanahashi hits the somersault senton to count only. Of course, Tanahashi, the high fly flow frog splash is his finisher. If you can take out his legs, it's going to seriously hinder his ability to come up with offense, especially to use his finisher. At the same time, if you're going to pick a body part and try and dismantle it, it's good to have a submission hold to be thinking of. Don't really see that from Ishii. Firing away on each other. And Ishii barely even reacting, doesn't seem to care too much when Tanahashi tries to play that game. As I said earlier, not really Tanahashi's forte, and it is Ishii's. Ishii just kicking the shit out of him. Just slapping the crap out of each other. Tanahashi finally manages to rock Ishii there. Driving down some forearms, stomping on him. Those who are new to NJPW, Tanahashi at first will seem like a bit of an old school good guy wrestler that doesn't have a whole lot to him, but if you piss him off, he will get an attitude. Seeing it right there, he's not at all adverse to getting nasty with people. He just tends to not do it unless they do it first. Huge clothesline. Dropping Tanahashi there. Ishii's still sporting those welts on his chest from Marufuji. Like it may have broken open again. Ishii taking Tanahashi up top. Looking probably for a superplex. Could be a bit of a mistake. Tanahashi hanging on. Tanahashi can get Ishii down off the ropes. That leaves him in a good position to hit the high fly flow. Possibly the crossbody variation. Is managing to kind of take Ishii down a bit there. He's still holding on. Spitting on him. Ishii actually moving into forearms, but Tanahashi finally takes him down off the ropes. Then Ishii looked like he just headbutted him. Couldn't quite tell what happened, camera angle, and Tanahashi goes down off turnbuckles. And it's just to catch Ishii, gonna look for that leg whip, the posting version. Didn't quite post it down all the way into the mat, but did hang his knee up on the rope there. Now, possibly looking for that crossbody. He catches him. Go back for that superplex, maybe? Tanahashi saying no. Possibly responding to something the ref was saying, not sure. Like, he's gonna get it. Has him up. Stalls. And superplex. Tanahashi landing pretty hard there. Like he may really tweaked his lower back a bit. Ishii's knee is bothering him from that whip onto the rope. So slow to recover. Ishii responds first, laying in another forearm. Tanahashi, forearm. Going back and forth on the forearms, both up to their feet now. Tanahashi lays one in really good there. See who gets the better of this. Tanahashi taller than Ishii. Just about everybody is, but considerably so in this case, which could give him more leverage for those forearms. I'd have to say, although Tanahashi's definitely pretty ripped, Ishii has considerably more mass behind him. Those strikes. Firing off on each other. Who's going to give out first? I think it's fair to say both of these guys know that the rest of the tournament pretty much hinges on this match, and they're both gonna, practically have to kill each other to get the win here. Ishii moving into the forearms. Tanahashi getting dropped with just one. Said all along, this style is Ishii's bread and butter. It's not Tanahashi's. Big power bomb, hangs on, 1, 2, only a 2 count. Ishii definitely has him in trouble. Can he hit the clothesline? He does. 1, 2, only a 2 count. He calling for the brain buster. Tanahashi cannot let this happen. Uses his knee to get out of it. Big slap there. Runs in, looking for the sling blade. Gets caught. Hits the rolling neck breaker. That might actually be more of a rolling DDT. It's kind of hard to say. I'll stick to neck breaker. Tanahashi trying to get himself fired up. like he was going for possibly the sling blade or a clothesline. Snapdragon suplex there. Or a full Nelson suplex if you prefer. She hits one on Ishii. Goes for another. Gets the capture. German. Very high angle there. Two. He kicks out. She landed kind of hard on that one. That could be what Tanahashi has been needing to really rattle Ishii. Has him in good position there for the high fly flow. Can he hit it? Ishii is moving. He's not completely stunned, and he moves. Look for that clothesline sitting position. Hits it. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. That was inches from the mat. A small number of inches being the key thing there. She feeling confident, messing around, that could bite him in the ass. He's egging Tanahashi on, telling him to get up. He wants a clothesline, I think. Hits it, but Tanahashi does not go down. Big headbutt to the chest takes Tanahashi off his feet. He's going to be looking for that brain buster now. Tanahashi gets out of it again. Hits the dragon. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Tanahashi might have been looking for the sling blade again. Ishii avoided it, but still got hit. Back up to his feet, rattled. Tanahashi hits the high fly flow crossbody version. Now he's going to be looking for the splash on the ground. Try and finish Ishii off. But can he hit it? He avoided it once. Can he do it again? No, he doesn't. 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi stays alive. Ishii still alive, but at this point, as I said before, to try and climb the particular mountain he's standing in front of now, not impossible, very unlikely though. Tanahashi going to extend the hand here, maybe? Or just asserting some dominance there. Asserting some dominance. Making Ishii see him get his hand raised. Perhaps a bit of the older veteran wanting to prove to the younger upcomer that he still has it. And does. Alright, so the main event here is going to be Okada and Makabe. A lot on the line for that match, for both of them, really. Obviously, they can lose. As far as pressure is concerned, in regards to everyone else in the tournament, it's dull. So far, the two of them are in the lead. Marufuji's the only one who poses any real threat to them, but he has beaten both of them already, so he is a legit threat. But both of them so far have been able to stay one win ahead. But after this match, one of them will be tied with Marufuji, while one will go on to keep that one win advantage, which is where the real pressure for Makabe and Okada comes in. The two of them so far have had the win advantage. Both only losing one match each so far. With this match, they have the situation where one of them not only goes up another win and retains that advantage, the other one, having lost, loses the potential advantage of having a tie in points. Because, for the sake of argument, Okada beats Makabe. Makabe cannot win with a tie against Okada. He has to have more points than Okada, or vice versa. So there's actually a hell of a lot of pressure to win this match for these two, because it could very well mean the tournament. Okada coming out first. Guess while we're waiting for the two guys to get out to the ring, I'll go ahead and talk up one of my other things. My line of t-shirts I have out, and Snarkist. Find it at Zazzle.com. Again, that's Ann Snarkist. ANSNARKIST. Ann Snarkist. The leading t-shirt for the brand is I Am Snarky. Like Anarchy, but Am Snarky. Also, there's a variety of t-shirt designs. Some of it's more artistic. A lot of it's snarky sayings and things like this shirt is not a conversation starter. And I'll stop thinking too much when everyone else stops thinking so little. Alright, so Makabe, no nonsense, right out to the ring. Interesting contrast between these two. Makabe, disrespectful, kind of adopted the one finger salute is a bit of a salute, actually, the one finger salute. Kind of no nonsense, not a lot of flash. Okada, all about the flash. Comes out looking like a pimp in a sequin factory that exploded. kind of sizing each other up, tied up there. Either one really giving way. Okada is. Makabe pretty much the bigger, stronger of the two. Maybe not in terms of height, but body mass, overall muscle strength. Okada's little fake out there. Makabe falls for the bait. Shoulder block, Makabe does not budge. Again, does not budge. Run in, Okada going to try for a clothesline and get shoulder blocked out. Makabe drop kicked off the top turnbuckle there. Okada's been using that quite a bit through the tournament. Okada. Makabe may have landed on his shoulder there. Okada looking to whip him into the rail, maybe? Makabe still getting up, holding that shoulder, and the whip into the guardrail. Okada gonna look for that DDT, probably. Nope. Turn around and old school Hangman's neck breaker. Well, really just a falling neck breaker. I believe technically the Hangman's neck breaker is when you turn around completely and then drop the back of their head onto your shoulder for the added impact. Makabe definitely rattled by that. That fall to the outside didn't do him any favors. Moving real slow. Could be trying to sucker Okada, though. Not really his MO, but never know. Big match situation, sometimes you do stuff you don't normally do. Okada slamming him down, going to look for that slingshot senton there. And hits it. One, two. Very weak kick out. Does manage to get the shoulder up, though. For a street jacket there. Okada has it cinched in pretty tightly. Has the knee in the back for the leverage. Not a move that's likely to get someone to tap out. Not in this position. I have seen a variation of it, kind of a straight jacket camel clutch that I've seen people tap out to, but this version not likely to get someone to tap, or, well, you can't tap, you say I quit in that circumstance, but... And Red Shoes refusing to count. He won't do it. Something like that. It is a move that wears you out. Hard to get out of. kind of wearing a Makabe down while Okada really just gets to sit there. Doesn't have to really exert himself much at all for that. I'm not sure what happened there. Makabe tried to clothesline him. I think Okada caught him somehow. Okada laying in some really hard forearm shots there. Strong style really isn't his strong suit either, but he's not incapable of going toe-to-toe with Makabe in that regard. Probably wouldn't want to try and do it for too long, but he can for a bit. Makabe pulling out that power slam. Big clothesline. Side. Big clothesline. Go for the 10 punch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to go for the Northern Lights. And hits it. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Always a picture-perfect execution there. Great bridge. Look for a German there. Got to fighting out. Goes down another big clothesline. 1, 2, kicks out. Interesting dynamic between these two. They both have some really high impact offense. Neither one wants to get caught in a chain there. DDT and a kip up. Now going to go for that rolling uppercut. Hits it. 1, 2, only 2 count. Same time as having that high impact offense, it means that a counter can be incredibly debilitating. Makabe catches him, going to send him flying, does. Clear out to the middle of the ring. Nothing fancy there, just taking him off the turnbuckle. Makabe got caught, but lands the clothesline. Okada's down. Both men are down. Go to the forearms. That's really going to play to Makabe. That Okada can take the strong style punishment, but it's not really something he does all the time. Makabe, really his preferred style. And Makabe does get the better of it. Takes Okada down to his knees. One knee. Hitting some uppercuts. Looking to rattle Makabe. Looking for that kryptonite crunch on the knee and hits it. Makabe definitely stunned by that. Okada looking to capitalize. Slam him down. Probably looking for that elbow drop. And hits it. Go wide angle shot here. Yep. And the cameraman fails to hit the wide angle shot. Makabe egging him on. Okada obliges, but Makabe is just smiling. Okada smiling as well. Okada definitely is taller. Makabe just floored Okada with a big old clothesline. Or powerbomb. Hits it. 1, 2, only 2 count. Kind of a Death Valley driver there. 2, only 2 count. Gets the full rotation, so they land on their back instead of on the top of their head. Kind of a rolling Samoan drop rather than a Death Valley driver. Makabe going to look for that spider suplex. Kind of hanging on for dear life. He knows that if he takes this suplex, the match is pretty much done. Manages to fight Makabe off. Makabe pops up and belly to belly there. Probably going to be looking for that big knee, but can he hit it? Nope. Okada manages to move. Makabe takes the full force of that right on his own knee. That could definitely put him in trouble. If Okada can get up and capitalize. So far, he's been no quicker to get up than Makabe. Does get to his feet first, but has to use the ropes. Running kick. Rattles Makabe very slightly. Clothesline doesn't take Okada off his feet. Big running kick. Sends Makabe to the corner. Trading blows here. Again, I'd have to say the advantage in this little contest will go to Makabe. Okada dodges and hits the drop kick. Really what he needed to do. Misses the second one, though. Makabe an opening. Can he capitalize? Misses the clothesline. Okada goes for the Rainmaker, misses it. Only a 2 count on the German. Makabe successfully counters into that German. Suplex. Does not get the 3 count. Paul Nelson looking for a suplex or a slam. Not sure. Clubbing blows there. Probably looking for a clothesline again. Okada manages to hit the drop kick. For the tombstone. And hits it. Likes to use that as a setup for the Rainmaker. Has the arm, spins him around, and hits it. 1, 2, 3. Makabe drops another loss. Okada goes up to 5-1. that actually does put Makabe in a pretty sticky situation, because in order to win the tournament now, he essentially needs Okada to lose all of his next matches. Because, well, he needs him to lose at least 2 of them. Makabe, he needs 1 more win to tie with Okada, and 2 wins to win on points. And he's got to win on points. So he needs Okada to drop 2 more losses while he picks up 2 wins. While at the same time, he needs Marufuji also lose. So that is really the situation that Makabe finds himself in now. So a lot of ways, the tournament has been taken out of his hands. That's not a position you want to be in, because it's no longer just a matter of winning your matches for Makabe. It's a matter of needing Okada to lose. As well as Marufuji. Three more rounds to go, 3 more matches for everyone, 3 more victories to pick up, 6 possible points. Be interesting to see how things unfold going forward, but that wraps it up for this day of the tournament. Thanks for watching, listening to the commentary if you don't have the video up. I'll see you on the next one, or catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.